2019 has been good to us so far. If you look at this layout right here, you can see what has been going on the channel. So if you are new to it, first thing that I'm going to suggest to you is, bro, you need to come over here. You need to see what we're doing here on the regular, because this right here, believe it or not, this is not every single custom that we've put up. These are just some of the highlights that have stood out through these videos. Some do require more work than others, but when you've reached that final finish line, it's all worth it. Look, you could spend 5 hours. You could spend 20 hours on one of these. The time is not necessarily the factor. It's the overall result. And today, I'm going to kind of go over with you as to what it took to make this video. A lot of commitment, not just by myself, but some really cool people out there, man. I love this community, always will, and we will always continue to support the love that has been traveled throughout this journey we call the Fig Life. Rey Mysterio has actually been taken care of. When we unveiled this figure, there was a lot of stuff that was wrong with it. WrestleRama, I appreciate you, man. He had come through. He actually DM'd me on Instagram, says, hey, I saw you picked up one of my figures that I sold to an old person. That's how we got our hands on this. It was through trade. This was originally made by him, and he's like, you know what, send him on over. Let's take care of some of those issues, because there was a lot. I mean, the back right here, it was all like green and stuff. He took care of that. The arm, or was it the left one? I think it was the left one. The armband right there, it was broken. Part of the actual mask too, there was some imperfections on it, but he took care of that. Only issue is that when it came through the mail, part of it had broken off, so I am going to have to finish that up and resculpt that, but overall, I am very, very satisfied with this. This is tying in with that fantasy attire that we did see with the Finn Balor from RKO 1974. Look at this. We have the actual war right here between the Battle of the Wolverines. Oh, dude, look, I'm a big Marvel Legends fan, so having the fantasy version of Balor and the actual attire that Rey Mysterio had worn, I think this was the last pay-per-view that he had done prior to WWE. Very, very happy, man. This journey right here, going back to what we were talking about, it's just a completion of completing an army. This one, not necessarily completing the army, but adding to it. Because there was, I think, 3, maybe even 4 Balors in all that we had brought on the channel right here to just turn it up. We had, I think, 80%, anywhere between 65 to 80% of this Balor army, and RKO came through with quite a bit. This one, we did have in his regular trunks, but when I saw him post this up with the actual jacket, the cards, everything, I was like, yes, dude. He actually added a little bit more than what I had done, because I remember when I had made the custom version of this without the rubber jacket, I didn't add this stuff or the little things. This guy loves the things when it comes to just bringing it all, because he says, look, you can make a custom, sure, that's all good and dandy, but it's attention to detail. It's adding every little piece to it to make the figure feel complete. He always did, man. He's actually the one that inspired me to make this one. He had originally put it up, I think about a week or so prior to me getting my hands on this. This one I did make, but it was RKO that really motivated me. He actually went above and beyond. He added like the sash, he added the headdress, he added the tassels, which I still have yet to, I keep looking, man. I'm at Walmart searching through hell and high water, and I cannot find those red. I found the black tassel, but I cannot find the red one, so it is a pain in the butt. So RKO, bro, I know we still got to figure something out about the rest of the sash, because, man, that thing looked beautiful. Only downfall was that it was kind of covering some of the work that he had done, but keep in mind that was based off his entrance gear. Here's another one right here. Here is Anti-Venom. And the first one, the first full completed custom, I believe that I had gotten from him. Anything before that, I think we were just doing head scans. He helped out not just on this one, but on several head scans to complete it all. I know Darth Maul, he's one that we got to bring up in this video because that one is worth mentioning. Seth Rollins right here. Here it is, you guys. Here's the one. I think Rollins, this is the one guy that you guys are always asking for me, like, regularly. And for those that are curious, because I know some of you were asking, like, hey, did you finish that one from Super Showdown? If you follow me on Instagram, I do like to keep you guys updated. We make public posts regularly. So give me, or go give that link a follow, and you can see where we're at with that. Now, right here, the only thing that I didn't get a chance to do was the vest. But once I added the shirt from Custom Figure Clothing, it's not that I lost the motivation. It's just that we had to continue these other figs. Like, that's the biggest thing, you guys. Like, when you talk about, like, what kind of gets you going, Hero Face, is like when they bring out new attires. When Ricochet had brought the red attire, and there is no regret. I know Elite Series 69 will hold Ricochet, but he doesn't have that red color that I love. So when I saw the unveil, I was actually really happy that it wasn't this attire, because that's the biggest thing. Like, when you make a custom, you kind of hope and wish that Mattel doesn't go ahead and put out the same one that you had made, because otherwise it's not that it makes it obsolete, but it just makes it like difficult to continue with it. BEW too, right here on the head scan. He helped out. When it comes to the head scans, you guys, we love getting help, man. Like, that just really helps out the overall, like, I'm not that great at sculpting. I've tried sculpting. Some of the clay that I used to use, the quality, it's gone down. I'm gonna have to end up using some of the stuff that people have been hitting me up on Amazon. Like, I know Amazon has this. I can't remember. I think it's like a combination of it's two different clays. It's like epoxy and something else. So I think I'm gonna go check that out. Now, top picks, Elite Series or 2019 top picks. They did release this AJ Styles, but Jay Reigns had come through with it first. This one was made by Jay Reigns, and then I just added the shirt, the vest, and everything to it. And there is more accurate parts about this in the actual Mattel release, because when we did the side-by-side comparison of that one, the green on the actual tights and gloves and kick pads, they weren't matching to what Jane Reigns did. It was more of like a lighter, it was almost like a yellow versus like the green that we saw right here with this top picks. It hasn't replaced it, man. This one right here still stands strong in the collection. You know what other one stands strong that you guys really, really enjoyed? It's got to be this Shield. I think it was Figure Looking Good. I appreciate you, man. I can't tell you how many times I messaged him until he finally caved in. I was throwing so many ideas out there. I think he just finally gave up. He says, Hero Fix, stop. Look, I know you love it. We'll make something happen. And we did. So thanks again, dude. These three were epic. And RKO 1974, we did figure something out with him to kind of tie this all in with the rest of the Shield characters. This is fantasy, and it's not necessarily that. Well, actually, you know what? Now that Dean Ambrose is over in AEW, yeah, this attire will never happen. But what I'm saying is, like, if Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins do decide to come together for like a tag team match right there for a tribute to the troops, we can still see this. It can still very much happen. So if you want some ideas, Mr. Rollins, WWE, if you guys are watching, they're never watching, but if they were, you'd know that Seth Rollins would have to make this at some point in time. And here's the thing too. I don't know if Figure Looking Good is all tied in with like Illuminati, but if you want like a percentage ratio of the times that he has made a custom attire, especially for Seth Rollins, and then they had released, like WWE had actually worn the attire 3-6 months down the road, it has happened a lot. Now, going back to Elite Series 69 right here, we needed an Ali, and having these two right here, look, these guys have done the job for me. I'm very happy. The usage that we've gotten out of these two, I mean, think about the matches, the figure matches that you've seen on the channel where these guys have performed. These guys have filled in the void for Elite Series 69, and dude, highly anticipated wave. Wait, when did the filming come out on this? It hasn't come out yet. So just know that when Elite Series 69, there is going to be a battle between the custom figures and the ones that Mattel has put out for us. Best wave 2, maybe best wave ever. Andrade right here. Yeah, this is Andrade. He is wearing a mask, but this one right here, it was actually two customizers. It was Figs 31, and then also I think the NWF had made this head scan. So it was like him coming together, and that's what you got to do, man. Like, you got to work as a team. If you're in the Fig life, if you're into customizing, you just got to support one another, because when two people come together, especially two awesome people, you can make some good things happen. So this one, oh yeah, this one is front and center in the collection. If you guys looked at my current roster display collection of the room tutorial that we did, I think several weeks back, this one was like the head chief commander. Head chief commander? What are you talking about? Star Wars? No, I'm not. But when it comes to Star Wars, you need a Balor to fit that, man. And another one that's not fantasy, but an actual, like, dude, okay, here's some parts right here that you can, this is when Mattel comes really, really handy. Like, the execution and time of this figure, it couldn't have come at a better time. I was fighting myself. I'm like, what can I do, man? What am I going to do? Well, not so much a scarf. I had some good ideas. I mean, Alberto Del Rio was one idea that had come through during that time. But what I'm talking about is this piece right here from Aiden English. Was it? Yes, Aiden English. This one, of course, we had to do some modifications to it, but Darth Maul right there. I guess really the only thing we're missing is the blade, right? He didn't have the blade. That's one thing Finn Balor needs to do, man. Like, he goes crazy and all out with like these attires, but when it comes right down to having like the rest of the entrance gear that would tie in with these looks, man, he needs to bring either the lightsaber or, for how we talked about for the Wolverine, the claws. I think the claws right there on that one would have just made some feel really, really cool. Now, here's the thing. The Hardy Boys, right? The ringside exclusives, love them. Big fans of them. Would love to have at least two more sets of it. I still have yet to pick up the other set. I'm kind of waiting for like a deal for ringside. I know Ringside Collectibles is always doing the deals like on pay-per-views. So I think when that comes around, they'll knock it at least about $5 less. But for the time being, I'm using quite a bit of parts from that set. These are more fix-ups more than anything. I mean, if you looked at all the figures that we've looked at so far, most of them are full on just customs. There's a lot of painting involved. These are part swaps, but I love these, you guys. This is kind of the look that I wanted to see. I mean, I'm glad that we got the Brood, but when you talk about as individuals together, this was it for me. So the head scan right there onto my old Elites. So most of this was already complete because I had already made customs versions of Attitude Era Hardy Boys, but is adding the extra that Ringside Collectibles had delivered to us. Cody Rhodes right here. Actually, we have a whole batch from, like, I think this was all in one video, and I still, to this date, it's got to be my favorite video that we had put out on the channel, man. We had done this epic trade. Oh my gosh, dude, I am drawing a blank on your name. Please, if you're watching the video, drop it in the comment section. I'll pin it. I want to make sure that you're recognized because this trade, dude, it was one of the hauls that just made me, like, just get back into it. Because there are times, look, I'm not going to lie to you, there are times where it's hard to stay motivated because there is so much work involved with all the other videos that we put on the channel. But when I had gotten this batch right here, and this was all, like I said, one video, I got back into the groove of things. I mean, we got Cassius Ohno in a Chicago Bulls look. We got Seth Rollins from, I think Angel Styles. Yes, Angel Styles 13. And then I think the other two, I didn't ask him who made, like, he did specify as to which ones he had made, but there was other ones that I wasn't sure who he had gotten, because I know he also makes, dude, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on your name. I am so sorry. But yeah, we got the Cody Rhodes right there with the red, white, and blue, and the one that was discontinued by Mattel. Not specifically this attire, because that attire was different. This one actually has more detail, more designs to it, but the Elite, we never got it, man. We only got it in basic form, but we never got it in Elite. So this batch right here, watch, the name, it's going to happen. It'll most likely come at like the end of the video, halfway through, because I'm right now, that's the thing, when I do these videos, I fight myself through it to try to remember as to where some of these figures come from. Again, it's like a 50-50. I think the mix and mash of the channel, we put out about 0.5%, and then the other half, we'd like to do trades or just straight up purchases. I know New York Backyard Legend right here, he's like, dude, come on, man. You serious? Yeah, look, when we had done, when I had shared this, because I had shared this to the public prior to even getting my hands on these. We had the best customs. I think it was like, what was it? It was early 2019. And then we worked some out to where I'd gotten my hands on this. It was Fantasy again. I think Fantasy attire, I'm leaning more towards Finn Balor, where you can just do a whole different plethora of different looks. We got the Scorpion, and then we got the Sub-Zero, and he just nailed it, man. I mean, the mask, the sashes on both of them, really satisfied. And then that Sonya blade that we made with the Ronda Rousey, that one was, the only reason why you won't see that one in this video is because, one, we still have yet to finish her, and two, it was more fix up, and what I'm truly trying to carry here throughout this video is like full blown out paint jobs and whatnot. This next one right here, the belt. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know what happened to this guy. I've been trying to hit him up. What's going on, dude? I've been trying to get the 24/7 belt. We've been trying to get a WHF belt going for quite a bit. Look, I ain't mad. I'm sure you got a lot on your plate, but at least reply to me in the DM, dude. Don't know what happened. I hope everything's good, bro, because this belt, it was good. I'm very happy to have this. This one, it might be about another year or so before we see the North American title. One belt that I do actually want to see unveiled when it comes to SDCC. This is a highly anticipated. This one, and there's another handful of other belts that come to mind when it comes to WWE, but we're not here for not just the belt. We're actually here for the dream, the Velveteen Dream. This one was based off when he took on Aleister Black. That's why I know you're wondering, like, Hero Fakes, what's going on with you, man? Why are you drawing faces of other men on other figures? Dude, that's how I work. Don't blame me, man. Look, I am just here to deliver the content, not to tell you the reason as to why, man. Hey, that match was legendary, and it wouldn't be legendary without the juice. I think when it comes to Curb Stomp, I think one of my favorite ones, and we've gotten so much from Curb Stomp throughout the years. This one has got to be my favorite. We need juice, and he brought the juice right here. I think also, this one, okay, he had made the actual figure itself, but when it came to the scan, he had gotten either from the NWF or there's another one another customizer that does shrunken head scans. So this one was an actual or a head scan that was put out by a figure line. I think it was Jax, and then it was reshrunken by was it the NWF? Bro, Curb Stomp, please fill me in, because right here, these other two, another set from Curb Stomp, the Hooligans. We need the Hooligans. By the way, what's going on with the Kendrick, man? With the Brian Kendrick in 205 Live? I know he's still on the roster, but we rarely see him, and it's crazy because he was one of the greatest 205. Is that actually even a thing? I don't know if it's a thing, but if it was a thing, I'll tell you that 205 Live, that belt has been represented great by Brian Kendrick. So I want to see him being more relevant. And Paul London, dude, come back. Maybe they'll hook you up. I think that would be one way. There you go. You want an idea, WWE? If you want to bring back Paul London, go ahead and align him with one of his old tag team partners. Now, tag teams, these are not tag teams, but these two come together like a horse and a carriage, man. This one, Jay Reigns' favorite work that he had made last year, I messaged him and I said, bro, please, we need something like this on the channel. Look, Macho Man is not always that popular on the channel, but we don't do it for popularity. We do it because that's the love of what's going on in my mind in that time. And it is wrestling inspired. This one, Bonesaw Macho Man, this one was, it was Tobey Maguire, the Tobey Maguire movie. He didn't make this one. I had to put some together to have them side by side, which, this match, we still have yet to see on the WHF channel. We got to make that steel cage match happen. Dude, right? He would be up on the corner, be like, hey, Freak Show, get down from here. Bonesaw, dude, I love Bonesaw. There's other characters that I want to see, not necessarily for Macho Man, but like other movies, other wrestlers that we have seen in movies portrayed that they got to make. Look, they made the Slim Jim Macho Man figure, so who's to say that they can't go ahead and get that completed? Speaking of getting things completed, this one, we need to get this done sooner than later, man. The tights, that's the only thing that we really need to get this going here for you. The vest, it was made by Mac Decals. So once we get all that done, man, on the channel, Jay Reigns, he is in the process. I know he's got a lot on his plate, but I am really, really looking forward to this one right here finally being completed. Chris Jericho. I think this one, another one that is a fix-up that's like, it's not like a custom. I mean, yes, the head scan was custom painted. I had to do the eyes. I had to do the lips. I had to do the beard because the beard wasn't there. But like anything below that, it was all part swaps. And I did add the hat, which I think Bray Wyatt, he's come with a black one. I didn't have the black one. I just had the regular tan one. As you can see, the inside of it. I didn't paint it because I didn't want paint rub going on in the hair. And it's not like you see it anyways. But one right here. So that hat, I am looking for it. You guys, if anybody does have that Bray Wyatt, let me know. Because that's one that I would like to get my hands on. Now, Bray Wyatt, dude, just talking about you, man. The Firefly Funhouse. Oh, man, and the reason why you're towards the end of the video is because this one is also one that's kind of more of a fix-up more than anything, man. It's not that I'm embarrassed of fix-ups. It's just my whole thought process on what a custom actually is as opposed to a fix-up. But right here, we got Mr. Rogers, and we got the Broski, the original bro right here. And keep in mind, none of these are in specific order. So if you are curious as to what my favorite custom is, I will let you know at the end of the video. But I want to let you know that the original bro right here by Curb Stomp has been brought to the channel. Now, the one that's all the way back here, and the reason why you're all the way back here is because your wings, they are far too heavy. I can't get this man to stand. Here, we'll try it right now. Whoa, he's standing. It's happening. Right now, he is standing. This is a miracle, you guys. These wings are too top heavy. So Jay Kiss and Jay Kizzle, both of them, appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you guys helping me out with this. They had gotten their hands on making the mask, and I threw some ideas out there because they were trying to figure out what to do about the jacket and the wings. These wings actually did come off the worst Mattel series ever. Like, you can still go on eBay and find these for a reasonable price. So if you are curious, these are off that Sting Create a Superstar. Now, my favorite figure from this video, actually, it's gotta be. I'm gonna put it in two different sections. I'm gonna have to tell you this right now, that for the set right here, it's got to be these three, this fantasy attire, the military look. When I told you guys a while back that I wanted to make an army, I am genuinely making an army with actual army gear, and these guys are going to be my front and center, man. These are going to be the commanders. These are the ones that are going to lead the war when it comes to the fake. You'll see, man. I'm telling you, there's a really cool idea behind this whole thing right here that I'm going with for the military look, but these have to, hands down, have to be my favorite. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want you guys to tell me which one was your favorite and what other stuff you would like to see on the channel. And we'll see you on the next one.